It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Packers and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup. These two teams set to go at it for the 207th time. The Packers and Bears underway to begin 2023. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Read option, here's Herbert. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
This is set up now to be the true beginning of Love's NFL career because he's finally out from under the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay is giving him this season to prove he can be their starter. 4 years after he was drafted in the first round, we'll find out Love is the next decade-long starter for the Green Bay Packers.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown. Christian Watson. 40 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Lucas Van Ness. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's fielded at the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Love to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Love from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we get a look at the 2023 draft class for the Packers. And if you think about their last 13 picks they've had in the first round, 12 of them have been on the defensive side of the ball. But still, plenty of new weapons to throw to on offense as well.
You're right about that, but they did go defense right out of the gate with Lucas.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more express.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. Here's Love.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 21-0 our score. After the Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 3rd and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Third and 2. Love with it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over. After that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Third and long. It's Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. To throw now. Here's Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So it's a tough test for the Packers' new starting quarterback, Jordan Love. 2 road games to begin the year. Today here in Chicago, next week in Atlanta. But he's one of the rare first-rounders that got to sit and watch for a little bit. So how do you think that'll serve him going forward?
Well, you sit there and absorb game plans for all this time. You watch how people prepare. You see how teams respond to being up, down, all those things. Now,
touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 26 yards. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and it is 42-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of... There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert now on the option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Love with a pass caught by Musgrave, the tight end. Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Jones now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st and 10, Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He finds Watson. It's caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to our...
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and out of.
It's caught inside the 25. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson,
75 yards.
and the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert once more.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That is caught into space at the 45. Down the left sideline. DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 81 yards.
And the Bears are able to claw one back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
Stiff-armed him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Santos with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Again, it's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Touchdown! Jalen Reagor, 43 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. Now Carlson for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good. 4 on Bears. First down.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are able to at least get one score back.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now the point after try for Santos. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 37 yards. And the Packers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. He's got daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. On first down, right back to Herbert. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Fields. He finds Mooney here on the comeback route.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Here's Fields.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Lucas Van Ness getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's deep.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
75 yards.
And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chicago offense set to get started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
16 at the 18-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 1st down, Love to pass. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 40 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Chicago. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Herbert.
Shoves him away, and he works free. A solid stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now it's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
And the Packers look at the big man rumble. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Taking on the midfield logo. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
He's going to air one out. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season.